Brendan Conley here with the Lake Life Realty team. Another episode of our home improvement series here. I'm here with Chris Meekin from the Black Tie Group. We're at a property on Governor's Island in Gilford, New Hampshire, obviously on Lake Winnipesaukee. We're talking to Chris a little bit about what happened in this property. This was a little bit of an outdated home that these people bought 4 or so years ago.
I think so, yeah.
Years ago. And we did quite a bit of a scope with some key parts of the home. So what is it you guys were working on here?
So when we got here, basically there was a 6-foot slider to what would be a sunroom. Everything was kind of really tight in here. Their vision was to be able to have this open concept kitchen, grab some more space for entertaining. One of the biggest issues we had was we were on an outside load-bearing wall trying to get outside. That's
something we hear a lot of. People are knocking on walls trying to figure out if it's a load-bearing wall and then freaking out because they can't take it down because everyone wants that open concept.
Right. It's possible. We brought in TF Lamb Engineering out of Bedford. They came up and we figured out that we could do that. We ended up with a 24-inch tall, triple stacked LVLs with a steel plate in the middle of it, and that spanned 26 feet, and then we transferred
this whole 26
that whole thing, yep, yeah, from behind the sink essentially to that wall. It's not necessarily the header that's the issue, it's transferring that new load all the way to the ground. We were fortunate we had concrete foundation directly under where we needed to go, so then we could just post directly from that to the load and everything worked out.
That's that important thing. You brought in an engineer, made sure you were structurally okay on everything, and that's that important part is we can carry this weight, but where does the weight go from there?
Correct.
And finding that out. But then down to more kind of the cosmetic feeling, you obviously did a kitchen. We're sitting in a beautiful new kitchen here. And you did a few bathrooms, correct?
Correct. Yep. So this floor was 2 different levels and 2 different directions. So we ended up shimming the floor on the sunroom side and then peeling out the pre-existing strips of floor and then seaming them back in. And then now it looks like we're seamless install.
So that was done right in here?
That was done right here.
Yeah, so you can't even tell that was all cleaned up and...
Right, yep, refinished the whole space. So Troy and his guys up at Bartlett Flooring did it and it came out amazing.
Yeah.
We vaulted the ceiling behind you. That was flat from there. Yeah, so it's been quite the project.
So what was it when you were talking to your client through the design process? What were their must-haves kind of scenario? What were they looking at for inspiration, or what kind of design elements were they trying to bring in?
The must-have was this open. They did want to go another 4 feet that way and just have full.
An engineer said no.
The cost, we would have had to bring in a crane and a steel beam and bring it over the house. It just added, it became, you know, not exactly. So we found the best balance of that, and that worked out great. Obviously, they have this new giant 10-foot island, which, you know, will have an overhang for seating. We've got 2 sinks, 2 dishwashers, 2 giant refrigerators, you know, the commercial stove, which we did end up venting. That is vented out through the outside from the hood.
I think, yeah,
so
it's opened up to,
yeah.
And then you have a big walk-in pantry over here. It looks like a little butler's pantry over there as well. One of the things, without kind of sharing too much, how much were your clients thinking about the value that they were getting back versus just their current livability right now? Do you have any insight into that?
It sounds like they're going to stay here for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're looking at it for a full return. I think they're both really savvy, and they have other projects that they do in other states. So I think they're very smart about where they spent the money.
So they were just more concerned about, let's make it what we want and livable and nice and go from there.
Correct. We did have an issue in the master bath that actually had a leak. The floor was pitched improperly and had leaked into the basement and ruined, you know, some stuff down there. So in the process of being here for the kitchen, we gutted the whole master bath and redid that. So that's all good to go.
So as usual, the project kind of got a little bit bigger as
always does. Yeah.
Awesome. So I hope you guys stay tuned for more of our home improvement series here, and let us know if you want to talk to anybody about what's going to add value, what renovations you can do, what the trending finishes are, and things like that. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.